That's the Backtracks, and they'll be back again next week. Axel and co, Sarah Hobbs and Tommy Brand. So 3 new Mac tracks next week. In fact, a whole bunch of Mac tracks, a whole show dedicated to Mac tracks next week, as Tracy mentioned earlier on. Well, we have a lot of fun on this program, and we play some great songs from time to time, well, every week. But one of the songs we're playing tonight is probably one of the most passionate songs and the most thought-provoking songs I've heard in a long time. And Darren Colston, the man behind it, joins us now to have a bit of a chat. Darren, mate, I think it's fair to say this is probably one of the most thought-provoking songs that we've played on the radio station, and it probably gives everyone an opportunity to weigh into a debate. The song's called Leave Me There, and congratulations on it.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, that's a big rap. I can't say I was exactly trying to stimulate debate. It was just my romantic notion of what one of these diggers might say, you know, to me if I was a family member who'd found him after all this time. And, if it stimulates debate, well, why not?
Give us a bit of a background, because we're going back, what must be about 8 or 9 years to when the whole thing sparked. So give us a little bit of a background and then your response to it.
Yeah, I believe it was about 2008 or thereabouts. Might have been a bit later. Might have been, might have been after that. But they, who they are is another thing. But in Fromell, someone found, who had been looking, found 300 or 400 bodies of Australian and British servicemen that had been killed in a battle in World War One, and they were buried in an unmarked pit. And there was a big sort of debate at the time: do we dig them up? Do we take them home? What do we do? And it seemed to me at the time that the one person that it would be wonderful to be able to ask would be the digger himself, if only. And so this song is really just my romantic idea of, what one of those souls might be able to say to me if we had that conversation. It's by no means the truth according to Darren Colston, but it's certainly it's a different take on it, I guess.
Mate, when I heard the song, I listened to it and I thought, gee, I don't know which side of the fence I sit on, and I still don't know. I have to be perfectly honest. But I tell you what you've done is you've said, gee, you're giving a really compelling argument to why things should be just left alone.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a bit of romance involved in that, I'm assuming that these souls have seen the fruits of their labours, I guess, develop over 100 years of being there and seeing, a new freedom emerge from what they died for, and the people wanting to bring them home perhaps are wanting closure for themselves, but perhaps the guys that have been laying there for 100 years don't really know these people, but they know the blokes they're in the pit with. That's just a very basic alternative idea. I have spoken to many diggers, older blokes, people that have been in charge of RSLs, and even fellas that are currently serving in the SAS that have given me thumbs up with the song. So I know that I haven't offended anyone, put it that way, and that certainly wasn't, I certainly haven't set out to say this is what should happen and anyone's right or wrong, but it's just a story, but yeah.
No, absolutely, and I think anyone, and when people listen to it tonight, they'll hear that it's just it's a song with, as you say, the romantic notion of a little bit of an opinion and maybe what might be there. So congratulations on it, mate.
I mean, for me, the digger is saying essentially in it, thanks so much for finding me and I love you very much, but it's okay, I'm at peace and I'm here with my mates and it's all okay.
You've got the album Happiness Tree coming out shortly. When can we expect that?
Hopefully that one will be out in December. I've been recording that with Herm Kovac, and we've got the first half of the album, but it was to be an EP, so it would have been out in a couple of weeks' time. However, in Herm's wisdom, we're going to extend it and make a full album, so back into the studio in the next couple of weeks to do a few bonus songs, which will be purely on the acoustic guitar as you hear me live. So there'll be a couple of different components to this album, just to give it a bit of variety.
And a big Tamworth for you this year?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago it was looking like I had nothing, but got a few shows at the Tudor coming up. The dates to be announced yet, and on the second Friday of the festival, the night before the awards, I'll be, or the day before the awards, I'll be doing a launch of the album out at the DAG station, which I haven't done the DAG before, and I'm told it's a fantastic venue, so really looking forward to getting out of there. And I believe I'll be sharing the stage that day with Amy Williamson as well, who's also from Herm Kovac's recording stable. So should be a great day.
Should be sensational. Now, if someone wants to find out more about Darren Colston, maybe give some feedback to you, what's the best way of doing that?
Oh, look, the best way is, same as for most of us these days, Facebook. And I've just started a new page, which is called Darren Colston Music on Facebook. And all my updates, anything new, there's a lyrics clip for this song that you're about to play, as well as other information, and of course there's always the ability to then exchange messages. So that'd be the easiest way, mate.
Mate, sensational. It's been great to catch up with you. We look forward to catching up again soon. The album is coming out in just before Christmas, in time for the Stocking Fillers Happiness Tree.
And that's purely accidental.
Purely accidental. And you'll be able to get it signed when you're in Tamworth next year too, folks. Here's the brand new single, Leave Me There. Thanks again, Darren.
Thanks, Darren.